朝この間外国人と話して言ってることが全然聞き取れなかったんです。どうしたらいいんですか？
Well, I'm glad you asked. 皆さんこんにちは。IU-Connectのアーサーです。
なりこです。
今回の動画では外国人と話して英語が聞き取れない時にどうしたらいいかについて学びましょう。これからほぼ英語で解説しますがご安心ください。We have English and Japanese subtitles. There they are. By the way, this lesson topic was actually chosen by our 世界とつながる movement の会員. We asked them some questions what they wanted to study, and this was one of the more popular topics. If you're interested in joining our activities, taking part in the polls, and supporting this channel, please check it out. I think there's a link up here for it or something. In today's lesson, we're going to talk about these topics. 1. The timing, when you should ask. 2. The phrases that Japanese people use that don't sound so good. 3. What you should do before you ask someone. 4. How specifically to ask someone. And finally, a simple phrase you can use to make the conversation easier. Let's get started with the timing first. A lot of people, when they can't hear someone's English, they think, 確認したいんだけど聞くのも悪いかな? いつも聞くと雰囲気が崩れるかな? And I can understand those worries. When I was learning Japanese and I couldn't hear something, I had the same kind of worries as that. But here's something that I realized. You don't have to be able to hear and understand everything the other person says. Even native speakers, when they talk with each other, they don't really hear everything.
Connected in a networked application. Yeah.
Okay, so it's like a network application? What do you mean by that?
Basically, it's...
So just because you don't hear one word or two words doesn't mean you should ask them. But if you can't hear a key word and you don't understand anything that they're saying, then it's a good idea to ask them. Now, let's get into phrases that Japanese people use when they can't hear what the other person says that I don't quite recommend. The first one is what. Saying what and only what can feel very tsumetai. It can feel very cold and not very friendly. Maybe it sounds like you're angry at the other person.
朝、今日は調子どうですか？
What? もう一つのフレーズもありますね。That is, what was that? Now, what was that is longer, so it's better than just saying what, but to be honest, it's kind of dangerous. Lots of native speakers say, what was that? When they are very angry, so be careful with how you use it. Noriko, this is really fun.
Well, what's that?
All right, now let's get into the first step to ask someone. Before you ask someone, you need to do something first. Sometimes you have someone who keeps on talking, they don't really stop, they don't realize that you can't hear what they're saying, and they just keep on going. And you don't really have an opportunity to ask them. So Noriko, I gotta tell you, I had a really fun time learning Shodo from you. It was really fun, I had a lot of fun, and I really want to learn more about it. I was wondering if you could teach me sometime, and I was thinking, maybe that's a good idea for you. That's why, before we ask them, we need to cut in and get a way in to have the conversation stop so we can ask. Now, there are two ways for you to do it. The first one might be a little bit surprising for you. It's using your body language. Why is this important? Well, if the other person doesn't stop talking, you can't just suddenly say something. You need to wait for them to stop. But how can you communicate with them to stop? Well, we can use our body. We can send signals with our eyes, with our body posture. We can do that too. Remember, English isn't about words. English is about communicating messages. 頭の中のイメージ、気持ち、情報。いわばメッセージを相手に伝えることです。And you can do that not just with words, but with your whole body. So one thing that I like to do to communicate that I'm not able to understand someone is just by tilting my head, like, or opening your eyes more. This is also very small, but can lead to the other person stopping. Like, something really small like that. Now, you don't have to be crazy and go really, really strong on it, like...
朝、調子どうですか？ Are you okay?
Yeah. But just a little bit, like... Something like that. Recently, I've been using my Hario V60 every morning. I know, so, it's a type of drip coffee kind of thing. And if the other person is nice and they have omoyari towards you, they'll realize that there's a problem and they will stop talking. Sometimes they don't though. So Noriko, I gotta tell you, I had a really fun time learning Shodo from you. It was really fun. I had a lot of fun and I really want to learn more about it. I was wondering if you could teach me sometime, and just, I was thinking, you know, maybe that's a good idea for you. Are you okay? And then after that, they've paused, and you can use your words to have them stop and realize that there's a problem. And that'll help you get into the conversation. And the way to do that is just with 3 words. I'm sorry, but. Oh, no, not that but, the other one. Let's break this down into its 2 parts. I'm sorry and but. So first, I'm sorry. I'm sorry communicates your 申し訳ない気持ち to the other person, and so they know something might inconvenience them or something not good is happening. And the but is just there to show that you have something after to say. 続きがあるということの意味をします。So actually, by just saying but, you're able to buy some time so that, well, you can prepare the phrases you want to say. All right, Noriko, you know, actually yesterday I had a cortado.
I'm sorry, but.
And then after that, now it's your time to ask them. There are 3 phrases I recommend. The first one is, can you say that again? This phrase just means the other person will say the same phrase again. And if the first time you didn't get it, but maybe the second time you'll understand, I recommend using this phrase. But they'll probably just say the same phrase in the same speed. And so if it's too fast, well, you're not gonna be able to understand. So Noriko, yesterday I had a cortado.
I'm sorry, but can you say that again?
Yeah, sure. Yesterday I had a cortado. Are you okay? If that's the case, you can say, can you say that more slowly? That means the thing that they said, and so you're asking them to say it again, but more slowly. But even with that, there's a problem sometimes. You know, they'll say that one thing more slowly, but then they will continue speaking at the regular speed. And then you can't hear again. So, Noriko, yesterday I had a cortado.
I'm sorry, but can you say that more slowly?
Oh yeah, sure. Yesterday I had a cortado. And it was really good. I really enjoyed it a lot. I really had a great... You okay? In that case, you can say, can you speak more slowly? This means 会話全体ゆっくりと話してもらえますか? It's a better way to ask so that they continue to speak more slowly. All right, so Noriko, yesterday I had a cortado.
I'm sorry, but can you say that more slowly?
Oh yeah, sure. Yesterday I had a cortado. And it was really good. You know, there's a really great place I want to share with you.
I'm sorry, can you speak more slowly?
Oh yeah, sure. Sorry about that. Here's another problem we have. If you just say that, maybe they will speak a little slowly for a little while, but then they'll go back to their regular speed again. So in that case, well, what should you do? Well, to encourage the person to continue to speak more slowly, you can give them the reason why you want them to repeat again. If you give a reason, they'll understand, oh, this person needs help. I should speak more slowly. So I really recommend you say this every time. Now, these reasons don't have to be long and complicated, and you don't have to be sorry about it. It's better to just be simple. You can say something like, I couldn't catch that. I'm still learning English. My listening isn't so good. I'm sorry, but I'm still learning English. Can you say that again? I'm sorry, but I couldn't catch that. Can you say that again? I'm sorry, but my listening isn't so good. Can you say that again? Now, these questions are getting quite long, and so if you want to practice the pronunciation, you can check out our Hatsuon Renshu and our Jisen Kadai in our 世界とつながる movement area. You can join that, you can get to our polls, you can join our activities and help support our channel. And to get information about that, you can click up here. And that's what you should do when you can't hear what the other person is saying in English. Now, before we end, I want to share something very important with you. 多くの方は英語をたくさん学ぶんですけど、このような内容を学ぶんですけど、外国人と直面したら 頭が真っ白になって言葉が出てこないという繰り返しになって、英語をどう学んでも結局話せるようになりません。具体的にどうしたら生の場面で実際に外国人と話せるようになるんでしょうか。そのために IU-Connect があります。IU-Connect のミッションは日本人が英語を学ぶだけではなく、実際に使える英語力を身につけて世界に飛び出していただくことです。外国人と実際につながっていただくことです。I love Japan. I've decided to call Japan my home, and I want more people to understand the great things about Japan through this international connection. そのためにいろんなコンテンツ、いろんな活動がしておりますので、詳しくは You can click up here or you can click the link below this video. As always, enjoy your English adventures. 一緒に世界とつながりましょう! See you next time!